Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. Sorry I did not post a video last week. I was a little under the weather, and then I also traveled back to the state we moved from to visit some family. So today's video, if you noticed in the title, I want to show you some apps and things that I have found useful in my Bible study. I'm going to try to move as quickly as I can through these because there's several, and I'll show you some of the features, and then some of the features you'll be able to just kind of go, if you download these through the tutorial, you'll be able to go through those and see those as well. So just want to give you a quick little tour here of some things that I have on my iPad for apps that I use. So first up here is the YouVersion Bible app. Most people are familiar with this. You have the verse of the day. You have a couple of guided scripture and guided prayer, 2 to 6 minutes of reflection on that scripture. You have your plans, verse images, badges that you can earn, and things that you can do with your kids. You also have the Bible. You can choose your book, and once you choose your book, you can choose your chapter, and then you'll have the scripture there. Of course, the words of Christ are in red, and then you have over 70 translations that you can choose from. The ones that I have downloaded are NLT, KJV, CSB, and ESV. I did have the NET downloaded because that is what Love God Greatly app and Ministries uses. I'm not a big fan of that version, so some people might like it. It's just, it wasn't for me. So I don't have that downloaded on here anymore. So one real quick thing while we're on this page, you can go to look online if you're questioning about different Bible versions. They are either word for word, thought for thought, or paraphrase. I usually stay away from anything that's paraphrase. Now, NLT is kind of on the line in this chart. Most of the other charts, it's on the thought for thought. But NLT is more like just a general person's opinion or how they would translate it in their own common English language. Let's go back here and let me see if I can find this other. So kind of here is another chart that you can look at. If you just go and search like charts, like the different Bible translation charts, it'll give you a spectrum. So word for word, meaning for meaning, thought for thought, paraphrase. This is a really good one because it's got your word for word over here, which I do King James Version and ESV. I like both of those. NET, I don't know. It's listed on here as word for word. In some of the others, it's listed differently. It just didn't easy read for me for some reason. It just kind of, I didn't care as much for that one. And then CSB, NLT, and then over here your paraphrase. So just wanted to show you that real quick. But also with the Bible app, you have devotional plans that you can do. So for instance, every longing heart, you would click on that. It would tell you how many people have completed it. You can see a sample, you can start the plan, or you can save it for later. We'll look at a sample here, and it's just like this is a sample of what it would look like. You'd have your devotional content, you would have your scriptures to read, and then it would sign off for that day, and it would remind you each day. And then if you save it for later, it just puts a check mark there, and it will show up in your saved plans. So you've got the different plans that you can read. You can also discover, so you can search a specific topic if you want to find a devotion or a Bible reading plan that you want to use. So Speaking Life. that looks nice. Anyway, and then you have more. So you have where you would have your bookmarks, your highlights, your images. So anything you've bookmarked will show up there. Any verses you've highlighted as you've studied will show up there. Your badges will show up. Any pictures that you've made or saved will show up there. Things that you've completed, notifications, friends, verses of the day. So there's lots of little things down through here that in your profile will show up on your page. So that is the YouVersion Bible app. The Filament app I've showed you before. If you have a Filament enabled Bible, you can use this app. So I'm not going to really go deep into detail. I've shown you on previous videos with Filament Bibles how you get the content in here. But basically, you have your chapter, you scan it, you have your scan if you want to scan your page to get your book up there, and then you have your study material. You have your reflection, which is like your devotionals. And then you have your C, so that's like the Bible Project videos, maps, infographics, those kind of things. This one also has some reading plans, but I don't use them on this app. This I mainly use just the study material. And then you have the audio Bible if you want to use that, which I'm not going to. You can use that to play if you want to. And then, let's see. And then your, let me cover this one thing up here. So then you can switch to a different Bible. So I have 4 different Bibles on this. The NLT Every Woman's Bible and the NLT Courage for Life Study Bible. And then 2 KJV, a large print and a giant print one. Reading plan settings, audio. So there's lots of settings. That's just where this More button is just where you would go to change your settings. So that is the Filament enabled Bible app. Strong's Concordance. This I use occasionally, not frequently. Let's see if I can get you a little closer there. Which I'm going to close. And you can just go through and touch the book that you're studying at the top. I'm currently in 1 Corinthians. So let's just say if you want to go to chapter 10, verse 5, it's going to put the verse on here, but then it's going to give you the Strong's Concordance locations, the translations, all of the information like that. So if you are into using the Strong's Concordance, that app is on here as well. I don't really remember if I paid for that one. It's been a long time since I put it on here. I think there's only one on here that I've paid for, and that was recently. And that's what I'm going to show you next. This 1828 dictionary and the Noah Webster's dictionary is the same. It's the same thing. The reason I have them both, this one I got on here, I don't remember if I paid for it. I think it was free. But I recently got a new phone. This app is no longer available. So it still works if it's downloaded on a device that it's already been downloaded on. But when I got my new phone, it would not let me re-download this app on that phone because the app's no longer available. So I had to buy it. So I paid, it was $2.99. It's well worth it. But I will show you, this is the 1828 Noah Webster's dictionary. And what I like is you can put in a word. I'm just going to use faith. But you can put in any word. So you could put in, I don't know, stone. And it would give you the same information. So it tells you the definitions. It tells you biblical definitions of faith. It tells you, with that, it also gives you scripture references for faith, and all of those things. So I really like this because it gives So if you look here, the noun definition, and then in theology, it tells you that, and then evangelical, justifying, or saving faith is assent of the mind to the truth of divine revelation on the authority of God's testimony, accompanied with a cordial assent of the will or approbation of the heart. So if you look, it goes through and really gives you much more detail than just opening a regular, 2024 dictionary and seeing scripture. So this gives you a much more detailed look. So the reason that I downloaded, let me just get rid of that other screen too, because we're not going to use that again. The reason that I downloaded this is because I just downloaded this these last couple of days. I'm looking at the same thing, the same word, is because I wanted to have access to this on my phone as well. Because sometimes I don't have my iPad with me, and sometimes I have my phone, and all of these apps are also on my phone so that I can study wherever I am with whatever electronic device I have available to me. So that is the only reason I have those apps. It's definitely worth the $2.99 to get that extra study. BLB is Blue Letter Bible. Many people have already know about this. This is, you can get it on your computer or on an app. You basically highlight the word and you can look at commentaries, cross-references, comparisons. You can add notes or bookmarks. You can highlight with different colors. Everything you can do in this Bible, in this app. So you can literally just go through and use this to read the Bible, or you can look at commentaries, and it gives you tons of different sermons, notes, study guides, all the different things for these verses. Cross references, it'll give you a list of cross references for those verses and actually pulls them in for you so you can read them without having to flip around. So this is a really good app. I'm sure there are a lot of other features to this app. Those are the primary features, and that's what I'm showing you with this, is in these apps, primary features that I have used them for. And so there's probably a lot of other things. You can change your versions up here. But there's probably a lot of other things that you can use this for, switch page to page. But I'm just showing you the things today that I have these apps downloaded for. You have your settings here in the corner where you can review everything. I'm not really sure what this is. Oh, you can create a notebook and start taking notes there. So yeah, that's the Blue Letter Bible. This one I use the most. It's Enduring Word. So that's just your home page. You have your commentary. So it breaks down verse by verse. It lists the scripture in blue, and then in black is the commentary notes. You can, if it lists a scripture reference, you can touch that and it will pull that reference up for you to read. There's places you can bookmark. I don't usually bookmark. I use this just in studying and taking notes. You can donate to this organization to help keep this ministry going. This is free, so a free app, and you can also use it on the computer. And then here's more from Enduring Word, so you can use listen to their daily devotional podcasts, weekly devotional, reading plans, audio commentary. There's an online store, so there's lots of extra things for this one as well. But I mainly use the commentary on this for studying and taking notes. All right, then we have She Reads Truth. I'm going to have to try to wrap this up soon. She Reads Truth, Daily Grace, Love God Greatly, First 5, and First 15 are all devotional apps. If you want to see those opened up and gone through in another video, comment down below. I'm not going to open those here. But basically, it's just the She Reads Truth and Daily Grace go through. Those are the two I use the most. I will open those. This is the current reading plan, and if you go in, it will show you the scripture. You can mark it as read at the bottom. I'm not going to because I haven't done it yet. And then you can have the devotional content, and then you have a place where you can make comments to the questions. The Daily Grace Co. has the reading plans for that you purchase and are able to download. So if you purchase a book, you get a code that you can download the app in here. Everything that's on here is the same that's on the app. And so I use that if I'm going somewhere and I don't want to carry my book with me. Love God Greatly is the same. I'm not using that one currently because their current plan is on mothering, grace-filled motherhood, which I'm doing other studies, and my only child is not in the home. He's grown, so yeah, so I'm not doing that current plan. First 5 and First 15 is exactly that, a 5 or 15-minute devotional, and scripture. I don't use them all the time, but sometimes I will use those, different seasons for different things. Bible study app is from Olive Tree. Basically, you have your scripture, and then you can look at parallel. So you can do King James alongside something else. You can look at any notes that you've added. You can look up words or people that are mentioned in scripture. But you can also go through and, let's see if I can get this. Okay, get it on the full page here. You can look at different versions of the Bible. You can go in and see different reading plans that are available on here. This is just another one of those reading apps that has the Bible on here that you can use. There is a way that you can get some open the study center. So if you open the study center, then you can get information in those chapters. You can study certain people, certain topics that are mentioned in there, and then you can shop to get other notes and outlines and things like that. So that is the Bible one. This is the Courage for Life Bible app. I'm not logged in on this right now. Let me see. I think I'm logged in on my phone, and I can show you that if it hasn't kicked me out. Yeah. So I'll bump this in here. You have the intro, the Bible in Spanish, interviews, and give. So when you go to the Bible, let's go to the New Testament. And then this is where you can listen to the Bible, or you can read it. And you can also get interviews. So listen to interviews on there. Bible studies you can get to, devotions you can get to, just several things that go with this. Let's see. No, I don't want to do that. So I don't use that one frequently. I do read out of this Bible quite a bit, but I don't use the app with it a whole lot. This is just an ESV Bible Online. I don't really use that anymore. If you wanted just an ESV for free, you could get that on here, but the other apps that I have it in it. You can explore different reading plans. You can build a library of certain things that you want to use. Listen to the Bible or search the scriptures. So that's another one. And then Bible Box just is a place where you can mark off your, like you can do a new plan. Let's just say we're going to do the New Testament. We want to read Matthew to Revelation. And then we want to do it in, let's do 2024. Let's say we want to do it by the end of August. We want to read I'm just picking dates here, that we want to read the New Testament by the end of August That's 55 days. Click done. And it's asking if I want notifications. I don't, because I'm not actually doing this. I'm just showing you how it works. It will red block the chapters that you need to read each day. Which I thought I chose just the New Testament. But either way, when you go to open it back up, it's going to give you that. You can go to your settings. Let's see. Yeah, you can go to this and cancel your plan. Well, you have to go through your settings to take it back out. But either way, oh, here it is. It's showing the basic, so that's what I chose, but I might have chose Old Testament instead of New Testament. Either way, you can set that up to do that. And then podcast and Pandora. I listen to podcasts. I listen to music, so I have those on that app as well, or on my iPad as well. So those are some of the apps. I know this has kind of been a quick and not as in-depth or detailed about a bunch of these apps, but these are just some of the ones that I use that I find helpful. If you have any questions about any of these or want to see a video on any of these specifically with more detail about walking through them and how you can use them, just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to get that done for you. But yeah, so I hope something you found, or hope you found something on this today that you can use that's helpful. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And I will see you again not next week. I have another video coming out this week. So I actually might have 3 coming out this week since I didn't do any last week. But just check back and see what's coming out. And anyway, thank you so much for subscribing and for watching. If you've watched this far, have a great day. Be blessed and be a blessing to someone today.